This video is a recording extracted from the tutorial notes that Victoria and I compiled in the second week of the mid-trimester break. It examines the use of Climate Consultant to download a weather file from the web, to analyze it from a solar point of view on a site. There is another one that will look at the wind. About that. So that's the program that you can download. And I'll leave you to actually follow the links to download it. It's version 6. When you download it, it opens up looking like this. This is just an information page. The next page is instructions on how to use it. I did find, no, it's not that one, it's that one. Come back to sorry, I'm getting chat back just for a moment. Where does chat go? There you go. When I shared my whole screen, suddenly chat disappeared off the screen. There is a YouTube video at that link for how to use it. But very quickly, if I get the chat over onto the other screen, that's where to find things. I'm going to start a new project. I'm going to make it metric. And it doesn't matter which of these you.
I'm Richard Branson, and welcome to Spaceport America in New Mexico, the world's first commercial.
Sorry.
Oh, that was at your end. I thought suddenly the YouTube video had started playing at my end. So if you had the file, you could open an existing weather file. What we are suggesting is if you click this, which is download a new file, EPW just means Energy Plus Weather File, and you go to the weather site, then you can find a weather location anywhere in the world. We're Southwest Pacific, we're New Zealand. All of our data is for Wellington, and we want to choose the NIWA, not the IWEC Wellington file. NIWA is our National Institute of Weather and Atmospheric Science, so it's the local one. And we want to right-click there and copy the address for downloading everything. And go back to Climate Consultant. And what we've done is click the install from the weather file. Oh, and it says right click on the EPW link. I right clicked on the wrong one. It's when I'm running Energy Plus that I do the other one. Sorry. So I come back to here. I click in that box there. I paste the link that I've copied, which is that from that weather file, the exact location of the weather file. And I click install, and it goes away on the web. I have to be on the web to do this, and pulls in the weather file. So what we've got is a summary weather file that is as close as possible representative of the weather in Wellington, typically taken from an average of the last 30 years prior to the date when they created this. This was probably created about 10 years ago. So it's 30 years prior to 10 years ago, typical weather. There's a whole bunch of charts in here, but if I go straight to the sun chart, then I have that, or I have the one that I showed you, which was the sun shading chart. And this is just showing you literally the path of the sun across the sky as if you were standing in Wellington with no shading devices, looking north, where north is there, and east is to the right and west is to the left. Now, I mean, this is colored in terms of the temperature. Average temperature in the day is, at that time of the day, is as you can see, less than 20, greater than 20, or greater than 24. And it doesn't happen very often that it's greater than 24. What in a different climate this might show is this period here might be greater than 26 or 28, and we want to provide shading to a house. But from a sunpath diagram point of view, what I would be looking at was that you screen capture this, because this is the sunpath for all of the parks. You imagine standing, what we were hoping you were going to do was go and stand in the middle of the park and say, if I'm facing west, is there, I just grab my annotate, is there a building over there somewhere? Or is there a tree over there somewhere? So that at least in that part of the day, I'm not getting any sun. So pick a couple of places on the park, use Google Maps to actually assess the likely height of buildings relative to where you are. So if I need to turn off annotate for a moment. So I thought I had, but I've obviously moved off it. Google Maps available. Where do I get lists? I created a list just a moment ago. All right. That's what I wanted. So if I go to, let's pick a place like Midland Park. Let's clear my drawings. And drop into Midland Park. What I would expect, I don't think I can actually stand in Midland Park, but what I would expect is I'm making an estimate of the height of these buildings and where they are. And 3 to 4 meters per floor, count the number of floors. I don't need to, again, we're talking building science, not rocket science. We're not trying to hit Mars with very tiny fractions of a millimeter or a angular difference. We're saying that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 stories times 3 to 4. So it's somewhere between 45 and 50 meters tall. That's all we really need to know. It's if I'm facing there, it's roughly to the north. If it was, I then do a distance and height and say, oh, that's the angle. It looks like that building is lost. I just want to draw a line. That building is there. So for a fair chunk of the year, if I'm guessing the distances right, that park is going to be shaded. My feeling is that, in fact, from experience of where that is, that building is actually, where is it? It's there. And that sometime in the middle of the morning, somewhere between 10 and 11 o'clock, the sun rises on Midland Park. That's shade, the rest is sunshine. We're trying to estimate within an hour, really, what's the availability of sun on the site.